Hi guys, my name is Naachi and welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk about how to color skin with Copic markers. I feel like Copic markers can be very hard to get used to, especially in the beginning where you don't know much about them. So I thought I'd give you a quick rundown about what you can do to work with them when you're coloring skin. I already filmed this video like a week ago, but I haven't been able to do the voiceover yet or do the intro and the outro. If I seem a little bit tired, I'm very sorry. I have been working a lot and tried to cover up me being awake for like 20 hours with like 3 pounds of makeups in hope that nobody would see. But if I sound a little bit more quiet and tired than usual, I'm very sorry. Just really wanted to get this video out to you guys. So yeah, I don't have much more to say. Let's jump right into it. When you start working with Copics, you need to know that Copic markers can have different nibs. Both Copic Chow and Copic Sketch have a brush and a chisel nib. I personally don't use a chisel nib very often and mostly stick to the brush nib because I feel like I have a lot more control when I work with the brush nib on the paper. It's important to know that Copics can behave very differently depending on what paper you use them on. As an example, I have a normal 90-gram copy paper on the right side and a thicker 190-gram multimedia paper on the left side. Both paper types can work totally fine for your art style, but I prefer the thicker paper because the Copic marker dries down a lot faster and doesn't bleed and smudge as much as it does on the copy paper. As you can see, I'm starting to blend two colors together. This is E00 and BB 4x0. Both of them blend very well together, but on the thicker paper it's not nearly smudging as much as it is on the copy paper. That doesn't automatically mean that the thicker paper is better, as the thicker paper means that you need to work a lot faster because the Copic marker is drying down so much easier. If you know what kind of paper you're dealing with, you can totally use thinner paper as well, and just be aware that you can't use as much product because the edges are gonna smear a lot more. Here you can see a quick rundown of the Copic markers I use when I'm coloring skin. Of course, I'm not always using all of them at once, but depending on what I want to draw, I use at least 4 to 5 different of them. You can see a lot of them are very close to skin color and have a yellow reddish undertone. Then you can see I go into purple and pink colors, also a little bit of gray, which is mostly to have a little bit of variation in the skin. Both of the pieces I'm showing you guys today are pieces I have been making for a commission. They have a lot of skin on them, so I thought these would be perfect to show you guys how to color skin. I start out with the base color. In this case it was E50, and after doing the base color I start working very quick with E51 to create darker areas. You need to remember that you need to work pretty quick. As I said, I'm working on very thick paper, so after I'm doing the base color I try to go in with the shades as quickly as possible without letting the Copic marker dry down too much. As I want the skin to be very smooth and not have a lot of hard edges, I need to work while the Copic marker is still wet. You can of course also work with Copic marker that has dried and put another layer on top of that. It creates more sharp lines and edges, which is totally fine as well, but it just doesn't go very well when I color skin. That's a personal opinion, but everyone is different, so you can do whatever you want. Remember, when working with Copic markers, you can always only go from light to dark. It's very hard to go from dark to light, so if you go in with a shade that is way too dark, you can mostly not fix that anymore. Copic markers are really cool because you can push the color away sometimes a little bit. If the Copic marker is still wet, you can take another Copic marker and kind of push the color into its place if it's smudged out, but you can never cover a whole dark color with a lighter color. It's not gonna work. It's just gonna look streaky and not nice in general, so please don't do it. You can see how light the base tone of the skin is and how much darker I go with the different Copic markers I'm going over with. I work with V01, YR00 and E43 for the shadings. Here's the second person I was working on. It's a slightly different technique because this time the Copic marker, the base colors actually dried fully down when I'm starting to work on the shades, which can work out fine. You just always need to see that you activate the color again with the base color so it's wet again, and then you can work on top of that so it doesn't create too many hard edges. The base color is E3x0. So what I was doing is after the Copic base tone dried down, I took E3x0 again, and the color I wanted to shade with, which is E51 and V3x0. I'm just basically repeating all the steps, going back and forth. You can see here, this is both of them together after I finished up. Didn't film the whole process of making the picture, but mainly stuck to only showing how I color the skin color because I thought this was most important about the picture. But here you can see the final results and how both of them turned out. I hope you guys like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, or maybe subscribe if you want to see other videos from me. I try to upload more regularly again. I'm gonna try to upload more often again. I'm sorry if this is a little bit all over the place at the moment, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of content I could put up here and what you guys are interested in. But leave a comment if you have any ideas of what else I could film or something you are interested in, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.